You don't notice it at first. It feels like love. It feels like ambition. It even feels like growth. But slowly, quietly, you start needing people to approve of you just to feel okay. And that's where everything begins to break. Because the moment your self-worth depends on someone else's reaction, you stop living your life and start performing it. There's this version of you that exists in your head, the one who texts, then checks if they replied, the one who posts, then checks who liked it, the one who works but secretly hopes someone notices. You tell yourself you're just being normal, that everyone wants validation. But deep down, it's not just a want anymore. It's a dependency. And dependencies always come with a cost. Imagine this. You meet someone you really like. At first, it's natural, easy, light. You laugh without thinking, you speak without filtering. You're just you. And that's exactly why they like you. But then something shifts. You start wondering, do they still like me? Am I saying the right things? Why haven't they replied yet? So you adjust. A little quieter, a little more agreeable, a little less yourself. Not because you're fake, but because you're afraid. Afraid of losing the feeling of being chosen. Pause for a second. Think about the last time you felt anxious waiting for someone's response. Not because of what they said, but because of what it meant. That's validation addiction. It's not about them. It's about what their reaction says about you. And it doesn't just stay in relationships. It creeps into your work, your ideas, your business, your creativity. You start building things not because they're true to you, but because they'll be accepted. You hesitate to launch. You overthink every decision. You dilute your voice because somewhere along the way, you stopped asking, "Is this right?" and started asking, "Will they like this?" Here's the uncomfortable truth. The more you chase validation, the less authentic you become. And the less authentic you become, the less people actually connect with you. It's a loop, a painful one. Because you think validation will bring connection, but it actually kills it. Look at any relationship that feels draining. There's usually one person overgiving, over-adjusting, overthinking, trying to maintain approval. And slowly, they disappear. Not physically, but emotionally. Their opinions fade, their boundaries blur, their identity dissolves. And the worst part? They think this is love. Now look at business. The founder who keeps changing direction. The creator who copies trends. The person who never ships because it's not perfect yet. It's the same pattern, different environment. They're not building something real. They're building something approved. And approval is a moving target. You never actually reach it. Here's where it gets deeper. Validation addiction doesn't come from ego. It comes from insecurity. From moments where you felt unseen, unchosen, not enough. So you learned, if I can just get people to approve of me, I'll be okay. But that okay never lasts. Because external validation is temporary by nature. It fades. And when it does, you crash. And then you chase it again. Pause again. Ask yourself honestly, how many decisions in your life right now are based on what you actually want versus how you'll be perceived? There's a quiet shift that happens when you start seeing this clearly. You realize the people who are most attractive, most respected, most successful, aren't the ones constantly seeking validation. They're the ones who are internally anchored. They don't need to be liked by everyone. They don't need constant reassurance. And ironically, that's exactly why people are drawn to them. Because real connection doesn't come from perfection. It comes from certainty, from someone who knows who they are, even if it's not always convenient. Here's the twist most people don't expect. Letting go of validation doesn't make you cold. It makes you free. Free to love without losing yourself. Free to build without fear. Free to speak without filtering every word. And when you're free, you don't attract everyone, but the people you do attract, they connect with the real you, not the version you performed. So if something feels off in your relationships, or your work feels heavy, don't just ask what you're doing wrong. Ask this instead. Where am I seeking approval instead of being honest? Because validation addiction doesn't destroy your life all at once. It does it slowly, by pulling you away from yourself, one small compromise at a time. And the way back isn't loud. It's quiet. It's choosing to say what you actually think, even if your voice shakes. It's creating something you believe in, even if no one claps at first. It's being fully present with someone, without needing them to confirm your worth. That's where real love begins. That's where real work begins. Not when people approve of you, but when you no longer need them to.